welcome back to Sister Kate Shofar Mountain. Welcome back, YouTubers and believers. This morning, well, let's not have the typical how every YouTuber starts their video. Let's have something a little different. Do you understand reality? Do you live in reality? I'm a person who likes reality. It's my personality type. Where's my reality right now? I'm in the middle of a jungle of food that the Father provided. This is the passion fruit vines. They're growing everywhere. That's part of my reality. The Father provides food. If I'm quick enough, observant enough to notice it. When I first saw this stuff and these fruits on it, I thought it was some sort of weed. And this was the seed pod. And it's true, this is the seed pod. This is where the seeds grow. But it's not a weed, it's something edible. And I fed it to my goats because the reality of goats is they will eat just about anything. That's fruit, vegetable, greens. They will not eat glue or canned. That is not reality. So here's another reality. Are you avoiding reality? Do you have issues that you just don't want to acknowledge, but you know they're there? Like, you sit around every day and you're unhealthy, whether it be your work or your choice. You're watching the TV every single day. You are eating boxes of cookies and you have slowly gained 60 pounds over the last 3 months, and your doctor's telling you your blood pressure is up. And you hear him, but you just ignore it. Or let's say you're on a pain medication, because that's a big issue these days. Everybody who's on OxyContin. How many people are actually in pain and need that kind of pain strength? I don't know. Each person knows whether they're actually in pain or not. And it's just an insidious thing because you can tell somebody else you're in a lot of pain. And you can be lying, and they can't know that. There are signs that a medical professional would look for that you are in pain, increased blood pressure, maybe sweating, uncomfortable. But it's easy to fake, oh, my back really hurts. Oh, it's just so painful. And it be a lie. And so, are you on pain meds? And do you really need to be on pain meds? Recently, I had some teeth work done, and I accepted nitrous oxide because it was supposed to make me relaxed and everything. And when I had it, it kind of was the same thing as when I've experienced morphine. It makes your body tingle, and it's really yucky to me. That's why I turned down morphine when it's offered. When I had my brain surgery, I told them I didn't want that painkiller. And when I had my surgery, I was out of the hospital in 3 days, and I was off pain meds in about 6. And I had a huge incision on the back of my head. So pain is one of those things that your body's telling you something is wrong, but it will go away as your body heals and rights itself. Your body, everyone's body runs on a concept called stasis. And stasis is your body is at a level point. Everything is working, everything is good. And probably the peak of that for some of us is when we're about 12 and you feel like you can jump off the roof of your house, and some people even try it. For others of us, it's around 25 when you're in some sort of situation where you're working out all the time and your muscles and your heart and everything are really, really healthy. So pain comes from a disruption of stasis. And for some things, like cutting your finger, you have the pain up front and it heals, and in a couple of days the pain goes away. And that's basically how your body works. As you get better, the pain recedes. If the pain stays, then the problem is still there. But covering it up or treating it with medication, if it's not an absolutely extreme pain situation, is kind of taking your body off stasis onto another track, and it'll cause other issues over there. I have noticed I had a lot of issues recently because I had pain medication for my sprained ankle. And I'm almost healed. The ankle's been pain-free for a while, but I was taking the pain med because my plantar fasciitis acted up. And then the pastor said, "Hey, I think it's your shoes." And I tried wearing different shoes and my feet didn't hurt near as much. So not only did I misdiagnose, I was taking pain meds that were messing with my stomach. Ibuprofen messes with your stomach. I don't know if you knew that. And then so when you start getting into the really big pain meds, it's going to tear your system up. So you don't actually want to be on a pain med if you don't need to. The reality is your body will heal itself if you let it. It wants to return to stasis. So here's another reality. Are you prepared for emergencies? Do you have a little first aid kit and 2 cans in your cupboard and you're calling that good? Because emergencies come, people. I drove through Hurricane Michael. Not Hurricane Michael itself, but the devastation that it caused afterwards. And that was real. There were lots of people wandering around looking at this devastation of their own area. And yet, what were they doing to deal with the fact that there was no more electricity? That their lights didn't work? That the refrigeration didn't work? Were they ready for food not being available in their area? Because once the grocery store's refrigeration quits, all their food goes bad, except for what's on the shelves. But with no power, they have no way to keep the lights on and regulate the temperature in there, and they're not allowed to have their business working with the power out. So how are those people going to get their food? Where are they going to get their gasoline? The gasoline pumps don't work. We encountered that on our trip, and what we did was punch through the area and head 2 hours east, and we got to where power was. But I don't know that everyone there has the time, resources to then punch through and go 2 or 3 hours away, or 5 or 6, however far they are from help. Were they ready? Would you be ready? Think about reality. Think about your reality. Is it getting cold where you are? Is it still really hot? What are the threats where you live? And what can you do to prepare for them coming? What can you do if a flood hits? How much food do you have? Do you have some sort of alternate power? Do you have a way to secure your home in an emergency? Do you have pets, and what are you going to do with them? I don't have the answers for all of you. My reality is here, and I try to live as best I can in my reality. Check yours out today and do some thinking about it. Bless you. Shalom.